Hey, Max Dolluz here. Vlog number 23-ish, I think. Here to talk a little bit about Christmas. Got some questions for you believers out there. First off, I think it's pretty relevant for the times. Are aliens Christians? Or since God is the God of this universe, and there's multiple universes, do they not have to be Christians? Maybe they have their own God. Maybe their God manipulated our God into creating what we have here. Just for like shits and gigs, you know? They manipulated the situation to where they could just sit back and, kind of see what happens with all the pain and suffering, if you will. So, is that what this is? So there's been multiple virgin births. There's been multiple virgin births. I know Buddha was a virgin birth. I think Horus, the Egyptian god, Jesus. But I think it's pretty convenient that now that we can record it with the iPhone, we don't see any more of those. And it's been a long time. It's like 2,000 years. You would think that there would be another one that's come along, somebody being born of a virgin. So that's interesting. So speaking of Jesus' birth in Bethlehem, which is odd because I thought it was Jesus of Nazareth. There was this, in the book of Matthew, there's this dude, Herod, who's like the king of Jews, and he finds out that Jesus is coming and he's pretty much going to be replaced by Jesus. So he slaughters a bunch of little babies.
Emotional damage.
And that's pretty crazy. I mean, Jesus got away, obviously. So that's cool. They're like, oh, cool. Like, it fulfilled it fulfilled a prophecy of Jeremiah's or whatever. But it's kind of crazy. Why was there a prophecy that involved killing a bunch of babies in the first place? You would think that, they could have done without that. Couldn't have God, sent an angel to talk to Herod instead and said, hey, maybe we got this Messiah on its way, but you don't have to kill a bunch of kids. So Jesus was kind of a bastard, Mary got impregnated when she was hitting puberty, so 14, 15, had a teen mom, didn't have a dad. Mary didn't even have a choice. Basically, I don't know who told her, but it was like, yeah, you're gonna have a kid. She's like, what? I haven't hooked up with nobody. Like, too bad. You're gonna have this kid and it's gonna suck. Like, she knew it was gonna suck. So, I mean, imagine if she was on, if it happened. Did you know that in ancient Israel, adultery was punishable by death? And unlike today, if you were a teen mom back in the day, or you had a kid out of wedlock, you were ostracized and outcasted. Now it's like common practice. Imagine if Mary was on that MTV show Teen Mom these days. She'd be like, look, I didn't have a choice. And people would be like, yeah, whatever, okay. His dad just isn't around. But he is performing miracles and shit now, so why don't you just back the hell up, okay? Does your kid bring people back from the dead? No. Does your kid heal the sick? No. Jesus turned out all right for, coming from a single parent home. So Jesus got crucified in front of his mom, Mary. And he rose again from the dead 3 days later. And then some of the disciples seen him cruising around in town. And then what? What about the second go around with passing away? Whatever happened? Like, what's the story with that? Do you guys know? And why didn't he just come back again 3 days after that? Do we know what happened the second time he died? I've never heard that story. Or did he just go on and walk out into the desert? I guess the most obvious question that you guys have probably all asked yourself is, how did Jesus not know? I mean, how did he not know that he was going to get crucified? He's the all-knowing, all-powerful, whatever. So he knew he was going up on that cross. You know, granted, he was only up there for a few hours. But, I mean, all my sins alone, he's probably up there for at least 45 minutes just for me. Imagine knowing, like, you're going to get put up there. He's like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hang out up here for a little bit, take care of everybody's sins. It's going to be all good. I'll come back in a few days. That's a G right there. That is a straight up gangster.